my feel-good breakfast show.
A feel-good breakfast show indeed. This is Expresso. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We've been talking about Matric results the whole morning. How have you been doing? We've even taken the conversation to our Facebook page, Expresso Show SABC3. It is a big day for our 2014 matriculants. So today they get their results, and while it's an extremely important day for many of us determining the course of our future, I think it's an important day to remember that whatever the outcome is, it's not the be, end and end all. I mean, I'm looking at some of your comments that are online at the moment. Keenan Fortain says, Matric is just a stepping stone. Yes, you have to study further to become a success, or at least that's what I believe. Another one came through from Shanae. You can't study further if your Matric results does not meet the admission requirements for university or college. So this one says, you know what, you need your Matric in order to get to the future, in order to get through, school and then get to university. Also, Sarah on our Facebook page says the following: Matric results impact our future, and it's the reason being that you can't go to any university without passing efficiently. So a lot of you saying a lot of stuff online, but we want to hear what our psychologist is saying. Anel Annandale is with us in our studio, educational psychologist. So many comments out there. We see the newspaper headlines this morning. We all took to Twitter talking about it today, Anel. But what would you say? How do we approach our Matric results with a sane mind? And how should our Matrics do it today?
I think especially today, remember guys, attitude is everything. Remain optimistic, see how it goes, and don't panic. It's very important to remember that I think it's such an exciting time in a young person's life, and the results are just a small part of that. There's so much more happening as well.
I like the fact that you say there's so much more happening. I mean, I mentioned that it's not the be-all or end-all. What if you get your Matric results today and it's not what you intended it to be? It's not a pass. Then what?
I think it's not the end of the world. Keep in mind that the National Senior Certificate definitely is a very important tool in determining career success, but it's not the only tool. Other factors like determination and attitude and your skills and experience, guys, that counts for so much as well. So focus on those things.
There's always pressure on our Matrics to choose a career path. You know, you're kind of in your 11th grade and everyone's going, so what are you going to become? You know, the pressure's on. If our Matrics haven't chosen a career path, what would you suggest? How do they choose one?
I think take your time. That's the most important thing. I mean, keep in mind that nobody can or should make this decision for you, as much pressure as there might be on you. Take your time, really get to know yourself. Know your personality, your values, what's really important to you. What are you good at? What are you not so good at? Take all of those things into account and don't feel pressure to make a decision.
I remember the time that I wrote my Matric, they took me for one of these aptitude tests and it said that I need to be in marketing, you know, and then it's the only thing that sticks with you in your whole life. You wonder, but should I have been in marketing? Is there nothing else that I can become? You know, take your time. That's the advice that you're giving. But what about a gap year? I mean, I'm definitely not for a gap year, but what do you think? You're a psychologist. You know, should we take some time off and travel the world, or even stay at home and lean on our parents a bit? What about a gap year for our Matrics?
See, I'm particularly biased towards the gap year again. I think it's a fabulous idea, and it's not always a possibility for everyone, but if it is an option, definitely take it. I think Matrics are too rushed today to try and make a decision. Take your time, definitely. It's an opportunity to save money, to get to know yourself, to get some life experience. So go for it if you can. But it's not a year to sit at home. And I think that's a mistake a lot of Matrics make.
You know, I think our Matrics today, they need some encouragement. So what if you get your results today? That initial moment of either shock, or you're very excited, or perhaps you're shocked that you did really well. What do you want to say to our Matrics who are watching at this stage? I mean, what do you do when you get your results?
Remember, guys, like I said before, this is such an exciting time. Take it in, see what your options are. Remember, you always have options. Remain hopeful. If you didn't do as well as you wanted, remember you can always write the supplementary exams in February. Do some job shadowing if you're not sure. You've got tons of options.
Well, you do have tons of options. Anel Annandale in our studio, psychologist in education, giving us some advice for today. So whatever the outcome is today, don't worry. You can always do it again, and congratulations if you have gotten through it. Of course, the conversation is live on our Facebook page as well. Expresso Show, SABC3. Nikki Friend also sent us a comment talking about Matrics and working for a boss forever. So there's a lot of comments that's coming through from you and also from our parents and even our educators. So go and join in the conversation. And now thanks again for joining us this morning. Katlejo, what you got?